looking back on the entire event, I think that they should probably switch the All-Star, the three-point contest and the dunk contest. They should switch them as the last event for the day. The reason why I say that is because usually you want to end the night off with a bang, and I think that as of the last couple years, the all not All-Star game. I don't know why I want to keep saying that, but the three-point contest and the dunk contest, like one has been significantly more hyped than the other one. So I think it's time to switch. The dunk contest is like more of a legacy type of thing. And I'll explain both of those why. And then I'll kind of get into it, a little bit of a ranty rant. Let's start with the three-point contest, right? The three-point contest was lit. If anybody watched the three-point contest, there were like 4 players who got 26, who scored a 26 on the three-point contest, which means they were shooting. They were shooting. Which, shout out to Dame Lillard. He is the back-to-back three-point champion. He won off of literally the last shot. He literally came in hot, and then he only needed to make one shot on the last rack, and he literally came in. He missed all of them. He missed all of them, and then he hits the last shot. Like that's hype. Like whatever, showmanship, whatever. Like that was hype. That was crazy. You know what I mean? So stuff like that is what you need to end off the night. So I think that's why they should switch them for sure, for sure. Other ways to add to the three-point contest. Here's where my rant goes, right? I'm gonna say it again. Let the women shoot. Let the ladies shoot. WNBA players should be in the three-point contest, not the dunk contest. They should be in the three-point shootout. And I'm going to tell you why. This weekend is an exhibition. That is it. I'm not saying they should play in the All-Star game. What I'm saying is they should be able to shoot. Doesn't matter. It's a ball. They can shoot. I posted a short talking about this a little bit last night, and I seen the comments where people were being like, misogynistic and being like weird and all that stuff, and they were talking about, oh my god, like you're being a simp, or like being the lingerie league and blah 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 blah. Like, shut the fuck up. Let's be real. Shut up. The reality is, it's a ball. You can just switch the balls. Let all the men shoot, switch the ball, let all the girls shoot. The women shoot, sorry, excuse me. Let all the women in the WNBA shoot. It's not a big deal. Let them shoot. It'd be different. And the reason why I feel like this, right? It's not that we're saying let them play in the All-Star game. We're not saying that. Let them shoot. They're talented enough to shoot. I'm not going to lie. There was a point in time in my life where I was dumb, and I used to think like, oh, just lower the rim, blah, blah, blah. I used to say shit like that, like lower the rim. And the reason where my perspective came from is like, look, what used to be the most entertaining thing to do in the NBA was what? The dunk. It still is pretty entertaining to do. But shout out to Steph Curry. I give Steph Curry a lot of credit for this because, and this why when it's all said and done, he'll be in that GOAT discussion. He's not my GOAT, but he's in the GOAT discussion because I'm big on people who change the game, how the game is played, how it's refereed, etc., etc. Understand the game on another level. So I'm thinking about like players like Shaq, like court GOAT points, like they created a zone to stop him. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I'm thinking about things like that. Steph Curry, literally the way he's shooting threes at the clip that he's shooting them, the way he shoots them, all of that stuff is so like otherworldly, and like it takes a lot of skill to do it. It really does. But a lot of people are thinking about Steph Curry and they're like, look, if I practice hard enough, I can probably do some of that. But if you're thinking about like a LeBron compared to like a LeBron who's 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", 260, however tall, he's dunking, coming down lane, dunking. Like, you know what? Some people like, look, I'll never be able to do that. But if I'm 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", I can shoot. If you work hard enough at it, you can shoot. Period. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be Steph Curry because that's his gift, but like the shooting. You know what I mean? So now this has created all this hype behind the three-pointer. Then you have, these women, these girls that's coming up that can shoot. They can fucking shoot. That's the truth. And I seen someone in my comments, like, shout out to you, who I don't remember your name, but shout out to you that you were in my comments. And you were like, he said something about like that the girls aren't just as skilled as the guys. Like, are you trying to tell me that if Sabrina, the one who shot in the 3-point contest with Steph Curry, if she was to shoot up against a Scotty Barnes, or I don't know, a lot of those dudes. I'm not even just trying to call out Scotty Barnes. I'm not trying to call out Scotty Barnes at all. But what I am saying is that there are a lot of dudes who would have went up against her in that 3-point contest and they would have lost. That's the truth. That's 100% the truth. Like, let's just be real. Anybody who's talking about like that it's not the same, like, you're not being real. Yes, Kenny Smith, I'm talking to you. You were being a hater all night. Kenny Smith, you are a hater. And I don't know when you start being a hater, but you need to stop. You need to get that bad energy about you because you've been a hater. You were hating all night. And I got tired of hearing you. I literally was just like, bro, he's being a straight hater. And then you waited until the girls got like, oh yeah, lower the rim or get in a different ball, blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, you're being a hater. Like, the fact is, she got the 26. If she would have shot with the men in that, she would have been competing to go to the second round. I'm just being real. Fucking let them shoot. What is the worst thing that can happen with letting them shoot? It would have been lit. You got the women there. You got the, like. Then that creates a showcase. If y'all don't know, the NBA also, owns NBA owners also own WNBA teams. Why would you want a part of your business to be successful and not the other part? If you bring these women up and you get them successful and you make more money. Duh. That's like basic. That's basic knowledge. Then, like, it's not about a man, female. Like, it's not always about man and woman. Like, just if they can shoot, shooters shoot. I don't want to hear that. And then, like, to the ball discussion. If y'all are bringing up the size of the basketball, that tells me that either A, y'all don't play sports, or B, y'all didn't grow up anywhere where people are really playing sports. Because when the girls who come out there and they're playing basketball with some of the men, they don't switch the ball. It's the same ball. And they still be out there shooting and they still out there hitting. So I don't know how much of a difference it'll make. Of course, it'll make a little bit of a difference. Or the counter logic to that. If you would have gave Steph the women's ball, does he still shoot a 29? Who probably not. That's what I'm talking about. So y'all need to stop. Like, for real. Like, bruh, it's not that serious. It's an exhibition. They pros versus pros. You can even, if y'all even want to here, I'll make it even something even cool or like better for all you people who complain about that. Let it be the men versus the women. There you go. Make it a 3-point contest exhibition, men versus the women. WNBA versus the NBA. And just leave it at that. What I will say is that y'all might be upset because I can tell that y'all don't watch any type of WNBA basketball. I'm not saying I sit up and watch the WNBA like that. I barely watch the NBA like that. But what I can tell you is that these girls, these women, they are very skilled and they can shoot. And y'all be surprised how much better some of these women can shoot than some of your favorite NBA players. That's what I'm gonna say about that. So knock it the fuck off. And let's be real. Give it a rest. The ball and like Kate, like nobody's simping, nobody's Kate. I'm just being real. Okay? And look, if your friends won't tell you, Haji will.